For the first time in a long time, Conor McGregor showed up. He showed up somewhere and he did not sucker punch an old man or sucker punch a bus window or sucker punch a phone out of somebody's hand. In fact, even better, he showed up and did an interview with Ariel Helwani, and he actually seemed to be owning all of that boorish behavior. Remember, this is the same guy who was once on record as saying that he would apologize to absolutely nobody. So now, a seemingly contrite Conor was looking to apologize to just about everybody, starting with the old guy that he dotted in that bar in Dublin. Isn't that interesting? That's not the reason I got into that. In fact, I got into it to prevent that type of thing. So if you're surprised by that response, I think that you've got every reason to be, because that sounds like a different Conor McGregor. He wasn't defiant. He wasn't angry at the old man. He wasn't blaming the old dude for smashing Conor's fist with his face. He did not say the old man had that coming to him because he disrespected the former double champ when he refused his offer of a free shot. I mean, sure, he would have been the biggest dope ever if he did say those things, but it's not what he said. And not only is it not what he said, it's how he said what he said. It sounded, and I want to stress, sounded. It sounded sincere. It sounded contrite. It sounded like he's owning all the stupid things he's done since coming out of nowhere to become the biggest thing in the world. Now, time will tell. I don't know if he's just telling the world, and Dana White, for instance, what they want to hear, or if he actually believes what he's saying. In other words, is he really sorry for what he's done, or is he sorry for the position he finds himself in? Like, I really want to believe the guy. Just like I really want to believe that he understands that he's on the verge of bleeping it all up. Bleeping, losing everything. And that he is trying to change that. Again, he has to say these things. The question is, does he actually believe what he's saying? I'll say it sounds like he does. See, a thing that's always been baffling about Conor, acting like a moron and doing dumb things, is that he's not a dumb guy. He's actually a smart guy. A smart guy who has done some really dumb things, like punching old dudes in bars in arguments over whiskey. Right. Am I the fish or am I the whale? Exactly. I'll tell you what you are. What you are is a target. You know, like all super famous, wealthy people. A target who somebody will always try to hook. Unfortunately, right now, you're the fish. You know, and there are dudes throwing their lines off a pier, and they keep hooking that same fish that keeps coming up for the bait. But the fact that he seems to know this, finally, and is talking about this, leads me to believe that he's done some level of work on himself, some level of work on his mind, something Dana White suggested on this show last week that Conor has to do right now.
You know what, Jim? You get to the point where you look at a guy like Conor, and you look at the bus incident in New York, right? And all the other, the camera, the phone, the guy took the picture of him in Miami and he slaps the phone. What's the number? What's it going to cost Conor McGregor before he decides, all right, this isn't worth it. Enough is enough. I need to stop doing this. You know, the incident in New York cost him millions he had to pay out, you know. He had to pay the guy with the phone. What's he going to pay this guy that he hit in the bar? You know, and the list just goes on. And I just don't know when he wakes up and says, I've got to stop doing this.
Yeah, so it sounds like he has. Maybe Conor gets it. Maybe this is where he pulls the plane up right before it slams into the side of a mountain. Better be, because as Dana also said last week, man, we've seen this play out hundreds of times before, and it never ends well.
I mean, we've all seen this story before. This isn't new. We saw this movie. We read this book. Whatever the deal is, if you stay down that path, it definitely doesn't end well.
Never. So maybe that interview with Ariel was a sign that Conor has seen that movie. He has read that book. Maybe it has a different ending. Maybe he'll wake the hell up before he loses everything that he worked for. Like, I hope so. Because while no one person is bigger than the sport, something Conor did not understand before, but maybe does now, that sport is still better, way better when he is squared away. He's still one of the best gladiators I've ever seen. He still has one of the best backstories that I've ever heard, and he still might be the single greatest showman in all of sports right now. Hey, Conor, you've said all the right things. Now prove that you mean them by doing the right things. Double champ sounds a hell of a lot better than double dope. Like, I love the guy. I'm pulling hard for the guy. I hope this guy truly is doing the hard work. I hope this guy truly believes what he's saying, and I hope this guy can prove that he can be that guy all over again. I'm still a little skeptical, but I'm hopeful. Man, do it, Conor. Let's see what you got, Conor. Stop punching old guys in the face, Conor. Save it, as Dana White said. If you're going to punch guys in the face, get paid for it.